A man is expected to be sentenced by an Ionia County judge tomorrow, and even though he still hasn't learned his fate, there's already thousands of people who have signed this petition asking the judge to make sure that he has to register as a sex offender. Prosecutors initially charged Dean Stauffer with sexually abusing a 5-year-old girl. The plea deal they reached took the sex offender crimes off the table. New at 6, Teresa Weekly is talking with the girl's mother about that agreement.
Pages and pages of trial dates.
The story these court papers tell about a 5-year-old girl in Ionia County is unimaginable. A probable cause document details what the girl told police, that Dean Stauffer, a man she knows, sexually abused her over a period of several months in 2016. Prosecutors charged him with 3 counts of criminal sexual conduct and aggravated indecent exposure.
If somebody has 4 counts against them and every one of them requires sex offender registration, they should not be able to plead down to every single one of them being gone. I mean, you should have to register if that's what your counts are.
The girl's mother is angry about the plea deal the prosecutor gave to Stauffer. Felony child abuse with time served, probation, and no requirement to register as a sex offender. An online petition has more than 3,000 signatures of people asking the judge to require sex offender registration, even though the prosecutor didn't ask for it.
And it behooves him to be responsive to the community, and it behooves him to send a message to the community about what will be tolerated, what will not be tolerated. Unfortunately, the nuances of the system often eludes the public.
Kurt Benson is a professor at Cooley Law School in Grand Rapids. He says a petition like this is unlikely to impact the judge's decision come sentencing. That doesn't mean the judge won't overrule this particular deal.
Well, the court can't always go above what the prosecutor agreed to with the defense. Now, if the court does that, then the defendant will have the opportunity to withdraw his plea.
If Stauffer withdraws his plea, Ionia County prosecutor Kyle Butler tells me they will likely lose the case at trial. Butler issued a statement that says, in part, if the defendant is found not guilty, then there will be no record for people to check, and he will absolutely be able to volunteer, coach, and all the other dangers the petition lists. Benson agrees that even without the sex offender conviction, having felony child abuse on your record is no small thing.
But as a practical matter, you know, employers now do background checks. And they see a felony, they'll just say, I'm not gonna bother with this person.
Even so, the little girl's mother doesn't think this is enough to protect other children. She would prefer they take the risk of going to trial if Stauffer doesn't want to accept a plea deal that includes a sex offense.
If some single woman who has a couple of kids decides to date this guy, she's not going to do a background check on him. So to me, going to trial is worth it. Yeah, maybe a jury would not find him guilty. And then I could tell my daughter, I fought for you to the very end. And then I didn't sell you out like he did. And that's the worst part about it.
Butler pointed out in his statement that the prosecutor doesn't represent the victim. He represents the people of the county, and he has to do what he thinks is best. We have more of his statement than we can get into here online at woodtv.com. The girl's mother plans to give a victim impact statement in court tomorrow during sentencing. We'll be there, and we'll let you know what happens. In studio control, Teresa Weekly, 24 Hour News 8.